the voice of reason.
Too many men are running their relationships on deferred accountability models and using weaponized incompetence and intentional mediocrity to do it. Intentional mediocrity is one of the most insidious protectors of privilege. By design, it helps people stay just good enough to avoid critique, but not different enough to alter or threaten the status quo. It's a low-effort performance of care to avoid high-stakes transformation. Walk with me, what does this look like? It often looks like comments like this: better than no empathy at all. It can look like men learning enough about emotional language and therapy language to manipulate but not to change. It can look like allies reposting quotes and sentiments, doing nothing to challenge systems. It can look like partners learning to say, I hear you, but never changing or addressing the underlying pattern of behavior. And at scale, it can look like bosses or even...
Get her out of here. Get her out of here. She's triggering me. She's triggering me, my non-objective. I like to stay objective. Now I'm shifting into non-objectivity when I hear her talk. She's triggering. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it triggers me. When they say men, watch out for the men who do this. Human relationships, it's intimate. It's two people. And sometimes, and for a long time, it's been two genders, right? Men and women. I think sometimes we still have this hang up of calling women to the floor. Women are a part of the relational dynamic as well. And I'm not saying there aren't women, lesbian relationships, gay, men and men relationship. The lesbian relationship is a gay relationship. I'm not saying those models don't exist, but what I'm saying is when trying to describe something, when a person is trying to speak to a specific audience. Watch out for the men who do this. Listen, this happens both ways in relationships, and we got to start understanding that. Women are good at all of that performative stuff that she talked about as well. Come on, let's stop playing reindeer games. Everybody's responsible for the breakdown. Okay? Everybody. All right, let me get back to it. My niece. Man, tonight's topic, ratchet relationship headlines. Oh, my God.
Not that triggering. That clip of all clips.
That triggered me.
On.
She was cooking.
Why?
I like what she was saying, but again, it's both ways. Who is going to step up and do a balanced, this is how men and
both ways on that men's topic. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is it's got to be balanced for me. It triggered me. I'm triggered out.
She was actually talking about the lack of performance from men, by the way.
I heard what she
wasn't
said.
Promoting performance, but what I find interesting about that is the more that we lean into wanting performance from our partners, the less authenticity we have. So she might be seeing that as they're not doing their part, not understanding that the part that you're referring to is a performance. It was never real to begin with.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the catch-22, right?
Listen, as a Gen Xer, I have experienced women performing like they care. I've experienced it.
Right.
They might have wanted proximity, access, control, whatever. Right. I think when people are asking for something, I don't know if they're asking for a performance rather than maybe they're asking for presence. And if somebody can't,
possibly,
but I'm saying if somebody can't deliver presence, let me figure out what they want and what they like, and if they have something that I think is of value to me, I'll put on the performance of presence. Mm-hmm. And if you starving, you're going to take that performance thinking that it's a type of presence, which is why breadcrumbing, intermittent reinforcement works. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Right. Right. I mean, what she's talking about is quiet quitting. It's literally relationship quiet quitting. Just like people talk about quiet quitting in the corporate sector and in jobs. Same thing.
Who's better at that than women?
Huh?
My auntie quiet quit on my uncle years ago. They still live in the same house.
But it's bi-directional, right? So it doesn't really matter who quit first. The point is that the relationship is no longer functional. But I think At the end of the day, though, I think we have to ask ourselves as women, like, do I want this man's performance or do I want his authenticity? Which one am I willing to contend with?
Right.
Because I think at the end of the day, whatever you require of another, you have to be willing to bring that in full force as well, right?
I love it. Yeah.
And so I think that, again, that's the catch-22. But that's all.
Nah, girl, you cooking these. They don't know what we do to come up with this stuff, huh? They don't.
They don't. Look, you over there sweating, and you know what? It's only getting worse. These clips are crazy.
The
okay?
clip is
Not
crazy.
me.
Hey, guess
Not
what you
me.
just did, ma'am?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is on the board. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Tonight's topic is deep. My homeboy is on the line. You already know I'm finna get to him in 2 seconds. Intimately Ratchet series. Why have relationships become so ratchet and cold and devoid of empathy? What has happened? Is it the music? Is it the upbringing? Is it the wealth gap? What is it? And I'm going to say this again. Marriage in America is not broken because black people are broken. No, it is broken because the oxygen tank of wealth was never handed to us in the first place. And if money is the oxygen of intimacy, then what you see in our communities is not just moral collapse. It is romantic asphyxiation. They tell us we're too independent. They tell us we don't respect the family. They tell us we're allergic to commitment. But I came to tell you tonight that is the false self talking. That is the mask of blame covering the deeper crime. Because in America, a black marriage, my goodness, a black marriage certificate ain't worth half of a white paycheck. Is that true or false? I want to know. And love cannot outspend poverty. That's why they say love ain't enough. Love cannot outspend poverty. Oh my goodness. The ego shouts with the delusion of demand. I want this, I need this, I deserve this. But demand without command, that's just a hollow cry into an overdrafted account. Demand without command is ego's tantrum, because survival will always drown intimacy when the system keeps us gasping for breath. But command, oh, beloved, listen to me now. Command is different. Command does not beg. Command does not chase. Command radiates. Has black folk forgotten how to command the presence of the ground that we stand on? Is it always a performance? Is it always I'm constantly doing to receive? Command is spiritual magnetism. Command is the quiet thunder of a soul that has been individuated. My God, it's difficult for us to be a commander in our own lives because individuation is relatively a new term to a lot of folk. Command is the quiet thunder of a soul that has at least gotten on the journey of individuation. A spirit that has said, I am whole if you stay, and I am whole if you go. I am abundant through the system, or I am abundant though the system starves me. Now that's something heavy. That's a struggle right there for a lot of people. I am abundant though the system starves me. I do not beg for love, I embody love. And love bows to presence like grass bows to wind. That's why the radical word rings true. You have not because you are not. My goodness. You have not because you are not. Don't run from it. Let it pierce you. It ain't cruelty, it's clarity. Stop demanding fruit from a tree you ain't watered within yourself. Stop begging the world for what you refuse to become. See, many of us have become what the world gave us permission to be. I done seen so many people say, well, I'm going to start rapping now. I done see so many of our people say, math for what? Physics? Huh? I mean, I'm not saying there aren't those that exist, right? There are those out there that exist that love it too. Oh, man, but command comes from a different place, man. Right? Command comes before covenant. Wholeness comes before wedding rings. Say amen if you feel that. And here's the deepest wound, the hardest word. The black wealth gap. It's not just economics. It is intimacy genocide. Mass incarceration rips fathers out of homes. Wage gaps starve mothers of rest. Generational poverty suffocates marriages before the vows can breathe. But the mask says it's our fault. We don't value family. I'm here to tell you the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. The system dismantled our intimacy because the system dismantled, when you say, how did the system dismantle your intimacy? Because it dismantled yourself. If you understand yourself, you accept yourself, you understand your sense of self, what you are, there will be a natural affinity for the self. And you will see yourself in others like you. I dismantle your sense of self. The system dismantled our intimacy because healthy black love was always the one thing it feared most. And yet, here's the paradox. Here's the miracle. Here's the prophecy. Precisely because the system was built to starve our intimacy, every act of authentic black love is not just romance, it's actually an act of revolution. Every marriage that does not fold under scarcity is an uprising. First off, please understand, scarcity is a central piece to economics, but it's also a central piece to attachment theory. They just don't call it scarcity. They call it insecure attachment styles. Scarcity breeds fear. So does insecure attachment style. Oh, Lord. Who's ready for this work tonight? Why are many of our relationships ratchet? This is the ratchet relationship series. I wasn't going to do it the way TikTok does it. I'm not in it for that. I'm here for a different perspective, right? A spiritual perspective. When did we lose the spiritual understanding of relationship? Let's get these callers in here. Leroy from the City of Champions. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend?
Well, first and foremost, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
This is how I have to lead. I'm so happy to see you and me back in stride again.
Here we go. Leroy about to take off.
Oh, hey, I'm at the free throw line with Vince Carter's legs and Allen Iverson's heart.
Yes, sir. Yes,
now,
sir.
You rolled into my wheelhouse, and I'm just so grateful that I was listening. Once again, I don't like to call in most of the time. I like to listen. Last we spoke, I was concerned about your putting the people on the priestly discipleship, demands, and you had to remind me that you was that shoe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And tonight, you've come back. You come back.
You gonna let a child at SU do his work, or you gonna try to preempt the work, man?
Man, this is an amen. I got the pom-poms. I got the chant. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the amen corner, man. If I could be a deacon in your church, I'll be back there saying, yeah. All right. Go ahead. Tell them. Now, I think everybody listening knows crabs don't put themselves in a barrel. Mm-hmm. We did not Willie Lynch ourselves. Mm-hmm. And blaming the babies don't fix none of these problems.
Come on. I'm listening now.
Sadly, because they don't have the proper support circles of previous generations, waiting on them to figure it out is futile. I know you think, well, life going to teach them. No, they ain't going to learn it. Not this generation. They're not going to learn it that way. They're not going to get it that way.
Right.
If there's no intervention, institutional interventions or individual interventions, group interventions, I hate to say it, this generation and the one behind it, they ain't going to get it like you think they are. They're going to get worse before they get better because they don't have the social support systems because those things have been torn down by this government. Mm. Now, I'm not trying to take away from divine personal responsibility. I'm not trying to do that. Mm-hmm. I'm just highlighting that the seed that have been put on the ground have created an environment that is not conducive for that type of healthy growth in an individual way. Mm. Mm-hmm. It's going to take healthy groups and institutions to assist groups of people into this light that you are trying to shine through impenetrable darkness.
Ooh, but let's do it this way, because you laying down something really heavy right here, and you gonna stay with me for a second. But let me just say, what if somebody like Kai Cenat were to deliver some information like this? Because I think this younger generation consumes information differently. Even radio is an old medium, right? So maybe it's a streaming situation, and maybe Kai is somebody who takes the baton and kind of sprinkles some of these seeds around his generation so that they can maybe pick up on some of this ancient wisdom. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Listen, when we come forward, my brother Leroy, he's in his wheelhouse. We're going to get some more information.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicolai Corte. Let's preserve Black land stories before they're lost forever. I want to personally invite you to be a part of something historic. As journalist in residence for the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, I've joined forces with powerhouse attorney and social justice champion George Fothery, the man who helped make history by delivering justice to the Bruce family in Manhattan Beach, securing the first known return of land unjustly taken from Black black owners by a local government. That victory was monumental, but it was just the beginning. For generations, black families have acquired land through grit, faith, and determination, only to lose it through violence, legal loopholes, forced sales, and systematic racism. What's been taken goes far beyond dirt and deeds. It's the erasure of wealth, identity, and legacy. That's why we've launched the Black Land Loss Narrative Archive Project, a national effort to collect, protect, and preserve the stories of black land loss before they're buried, forgotten, or erased altogether. Because there's power in telling black stories, there is resistance in remembering, and there's justice in being seen and heard. This is where you come in. We're inviting you to be a part of this historic black narrative archive. If you or someone you know has experienced land loss, displacement, or forced property sales, your story deserves to be heard and remembered. Your story belongs in this archive. Your truth matters not just to your family, but to our collective future. Visit blacklandloss.org today. Fill out our simple intake form and add your voice to the National Archive of Remembrance, Resilience, and Reckoning. Let's make these stories live on, not in whispers, but on the record. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicordelai Corte, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
You want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk
1580. I can pay my own light bill, baby. Put my own gas in my own car. I can buy my own shoe collection. I've been blessed thus far. I can kill the spider above my bed. Although it's hard because I'm scared. I can even stain and polyurethane. But some things just don't change. I need you, yeah. Sometimes so hard to say. Oh, I need you. Some things remain.
Men don't want good women. I will repeat that. Men don't want good women. Y'all are boring and not a challenge. So the morals and standards have to change. Men will say that they want a good woman. Men will say that they want a woman that wants a good heart and will go 50-50 or hold him down when things get rough and he doesn't have a job. But then he resents her later on because now he's looking feminine and she's looking masculine. Then he don't feel like a real man. So what's the first thing he's gonna do? Go find a woman to make him feel like a real man because you can't do that anymore for him. All right.
Hey, man. Listen, man. Hey, man. I get triggered. Some of this relationship advice and insight is spiritually radioactive. Like, I feel my cells dying. I feel like I'm on chemotherapy when I'm listening. Like, it's spiritually revolting to hear that. Leroy, man. Leroy, man. We need help, bruh. You
too. Are you trying to help people get together, woman? Are you trying to keep them apart?
Hey.
Are you looking for a girlfriend in that room or something? Damn. You ain't trying to help nobody get together talking like that.
You heard what the lady said, man.
Insanity. Now, mind you, now she's speaking from her pain. But how is that going to help the rest of the room heal?
That's what I'm saying. The spiritual arsenic, man. Come on.
Come on. Man, I mean, damn, man. And got the nerve to complain about Donald Trump, and you up there doing the same thing in a room full of wounded people.
Ooh, come
Speaking
on,
from
Leroy.
your pain.
Keep talking, Leroy.
Man, hold on. Let me get back to where I was, man.
Go ahead.
Let me check myself before I be speaking from my pain.
Don't speak from your pain, Leroy. Speak from your game.
You ain't supposed to speak from your pain in public. You're supposed to speak from your pain in private in your mirror. Get yourself together, then come out and be the healing.
Come on.
Not speak from your pain in public. You know that. We
Yes,
grown.
sir.
We ain't at 14 years old. Nonetheless, check myself. Excuse me.
You all right. Come on, brother. You all right.
You sure I'm all right?
You
I
all
don't think
right.
I'm all right.
It's a safe
I'm
space,
dealing
man.
with-
You all right. You in the city of
I'm
champions.
dealing
Go
with-
ahead.
Look, man, look. Bastards of the Party, HBO, Bastards of the Party.
Uh-huh.
Touched on the war on drugs, which was really a war on black men.
Mm-hmm.
Started with Nixon,
Mm-hmm.
kept on by Reagan, and then pushed into overdrive with Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How the U.S. government destroyed the black family. These are things that you can go look at. Integration versus separation, when folks went in a direction different from desegregation into integration and just went devoid of separation. Now all your money dried up, communities dead.
Mm-hmm.
Increase the worship of our oppressor
Mm-hmm.
as we lost our institution through integration.
Mm-hmm.
Stockholm Syndrome. Crazy. Skinner's box in real life.
B.F. Skinner.
The
Yes.
projects.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't know if we the rat, the pigeon, or the puppet
No,
in
no.
Skinner's box.
No. Stay right there. B.F. Skinner. Operant conditioning. Don't go nowhere. Don't. Hey, and Leroy is on fire tonight. Somebody take notes.
Nails right. I can floss my own bling bling. Write the words to the songs I sing. I can even raise the child we'll make sure he's loved and knows what God gave.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. New York City students returned to class Thursday under a new statewide smartphone ban.
We want to sit in the classroom and not be disrupted. We want to focus and not have someone bully us because of the way we dress.
Black Mayor Eric Adams visited HBCU Early College Prep in Queens, one of 7 new schools opening this year, telling students the ban is meant to boost learning and real-life interaction. The Justice Department is now investigating Black Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook for alleged mortgage fraud with subpoenas issued in Michigan and Georgia. The probe follows referral letters sent to the DOJ last month. President Trump has moved to fire Cook while continuing to push the Fed to cut rates. And the House has failed to censor Black New Jersey Democrat LaMonica McIver, who's charged with assaulting ICE agents during a May visit to a Newark detention center. 5 Republicans joined Democrats in voting no, with many GOP members walking out. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
The Los Angeles Public Library offers free services for the whole family. With a library card, you can borrow movies and books for free. Visit lapl.org. That's lapl.org.
Break out the champagne. Everybody get a glass.
Tavis Smiley is now ranked number 16 nationally and the highest rated talk show hosted by an African American on the 2025 Talkers Heavy 100 list of the most important talk radio hosts in the nation. Last year, Tavis ranked number 33 and the year before, number 45. The Tavis Smiley Show has rapidly expanded its national syndication to now include nearly 50 radio stations across the country and counting. Congratulations, Tavis.
Yeah.
Imagine a world without heart disease and stroke, where every person has the chance to live a full and healthy life. Join us for a walk to save lives at the American Heart Association's Greater Los Angeles Heart and Stroke Walk, Saturday, September 20th at the Rose Bowl. Every step made and every dollar raised means more people learning CPR, more life-saving research, and more time with the ones we love. Sign up at heartwalkla.org. The LA Heart and Stroke Walk is sponsored by Optum, UCLA Health, Keck Medicine of USC, and Dignity Health.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you wet shaving? You'll get razor bumps.
Nah, Pops, I'm good with Gillette Skin Guard. How long you been growing that beard Mama hates anyway?
Since 77. I shaved and got ingrown so bad.
That's why I use the Gillette Skin Guard razor, face scrub, shave gel, and moisturizer. So I don't have to worry about new razor bumps or shaving irritation.
Gillette Skin Guard, huh? Your mama's gonna love this one.
The best a man can get keeps getting better with Gillette Skin Guard. Buy now at a retailer near you.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
head below, just touch and go. Love me more, never leave me alone. The house of love. People talk, people say, what we have is just a game. Oh, I'll never let you go. Come here, girl. Just not to make sweet love till the break of dawn. I don't want the sun to shine. I wanna be in love. Break of dawn. Is this magic in your eyes and in my heart?
A lot of men come into the relationship and just shy away from communication, period, especially when it's an issue. And then later on down the line, well, there ain't no space for me to express how I feel, but you set that precedent. When it should have been, hey, baby, I got an issue with it. It's early in a relationship. 2 months into this thing, let's sit down and have this conversation. And then the next issue come up a month later, hey, baby, I'm feeling something. Let's sit down, have this conversation.
Man, knock it off.
3.
It is so many, I'm just saying, man, there's so many. It's crew session talking, but there's so many variables. You know, you set that precedent. Judge much? First off, you have to be able to ascertain a person's self-awareness. How self-aware is he to be able to know? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, maybe he doesn't know he set the precedent. Right? There's do you understand? But you out here with a whole podcast. No disrespect, crew session. Keep cooking. But you got to understand, man, you can't. You have to think more critical. Why is he like this? This is why clinicians and therapists are important. Listen, bring one on your show. You know, a lot of their textbooks and workbooks, you know, get them, read them. You know, you done set the precedent because you don't want to talk because you emotionally unavailable. What if he's an avoidant? And you know, avoidants are on a spectrum. What if he's a severe avoidant? Is it still his fault because he's operating from conditioning? Fear? This is how he survived his parents? Gosh. Man, why are relationships ratchet? Now it's about what can I get, man? I know I ain't gonna get no love because I'm scared of love. But I want some sex. I want some experiences. Listen, the lady said experience bomb. I want some good experiences. I want some sex. I don't want closeness. I don't want intimacy. I don't want meaning. I want metrics. It's metrics over meaning. You don't even see yourself becoming a computer, an automaton, a social automaton that's only focused on outcomes. You don't even see it. The rose is better than a man. Okay. Leroy, get back in here, man. Where Leroy? Somebody go get Leroy.
I'm right here, brother. I'm right here. I was laughing at that last. You know, he wasn't saying nothing bad, but like you said, you don't even know where people are at.
Right.
I mean, I'm just meeting this woman, been less than 3 months, and you telling me to sit down with her. I mean, wait, I don't know if we can do that.
We're not yet.
I didn't put my mask off yet. What you talking about?
Oh, my goodness, man.
Okay. Can I get back to this Stockholm Syndrome stuff?
Please, brother, get right back to it.
All right. Now, I just want to, I know I don't want to go past this. Let me just touch where I touched already, okay? Can I touch where I never touched before?
Yes,
seen
sir.
What I never
Brother,
seen before?
handle your business, man. Take your
All
time.
right, okay.
Talk to that young lady.
Okay, now, okay. Blaming the babies won't fix this. Waiting on them to figure it out is futile. They don't have the social support system that previous generations had. Not trying to take away from divine personal responsibility. We have to have that. But this is not the soil or the space that's cultivated for that type of healing. It takes institutions to change the behavior patterns of the masses of the people. Crabs don't put themselves in a barrel. We did not really lynch ourselves. Bastards of the party. HBO. War on drugs was a war on black people. Nixon, Reagan, Clinton. How the U.S. government destroyed the black family. Integration, separation. Worship of our oppressor. Stockholm syndrome. I said I don't know if we are the Skinner rat or the Skinner's pigeon or the Skinner's puppet. That's what I said. Now, from that, we get Nathan and Julia Hare talking about how to get and keep a black man working. Do you remember that time when Nathan and Julia Hare was trying to help people with their relationships?
Come on, man. I'm listening.
Not these damn podcast punks and idiots. These are folks with a different type of knowledge that was also married and knew what a social support system looked like. So the information was balanced. You don't have that now. Sister sitting down with Shahrazad Ali. You can go back and find out what they went through to get to this point of recognition of what she was saying is true.
Right.
Now, let's be fair to our sisters. Not taking away divine personal responsibility. Hypergamy is real. It's always been real.
Yes, sir.
It ain't going away.
Right.
Rich Cooper, psych hacks, asking older men, hypergamy is real.
Yeah.
And black women have been put in a trick box where if they're going to get the money, they have to give up their man. And in order to get the money, they have to be more masculine so that when they go back to get the man they want, is less of them to choose from. And the way that they're acting do not attract the men that they are attracted to. That's not women's fault. It's the reality of the situation. Miles Mabley to Foxy Brown. Did I leave out Millie Jackson?
Keep going. Keep going.
Little Kim. And then Nicki Minaj, but somewhere between Little Kim and Nicki Minaj, even though neither one of them created it, came something called strip hop.
Strip hop? Not hip hop, but strip hop.
Strip hop. Now, Nicki Minaj didn't create it, neither did Little Kim, but Little Kim was on the assembly line.
Wow.
And Nicki Minaj came out on the other side of that assembly line. And Megan Thee Stallion stood up. She said, I got flow too. But she didn't want to be Latifah or Bahamadia or Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Or Erykah Badu. She says, I'm going to be Megan Thee Stallion. Then you get the City Girls, and now you got Glorilla.
Wow.
And Glorilla more masculine than half of the male rappers.
Ooh.
And she got flow too. And she got flow, and she know how to make a damn good song. Now, conclusion. We need a cosmic slop, hidden colors out of darkness, drop squad.
That's right.
We need a cosmic slop, hidden colors out of darkness, good hair, bad hair, 400 years without a comb, nappily ever after, 500 years later, drop squad. I said we need a cosmic slop, hidden colors, out of darkness, good hair, bad hair, 400 years without a comb, nappily ever after, 500 years later, they clone Tyrone, Manchurian Candidate, Simon Phoenix to Nino Brown,
come on,
Frankenstein Monster, Drop Squad.
Yes.
Absent of this, find your tribe, get some land, grow your own food, get you some Black Amish-ish going on, and with some people that learn how to love their divine black selves.
Hey, man.
Because you can't fix this by yourself, neither can I, but thank you for shining the light through impenetrable darkness, dear brother SU.
Come on. Hey, man, let me just, guess what you just did, Leroy?
I earned some organs, and I brought the city of champions back in the
man. Don't get it twisted. You gonna get this praise break. We appreciate you, man. Come on, Leroy. We appreciate it, man. You already know you got a seat at the table, man. Anytime you want to come through, call us, man. I appreciate you. Hey, man, Leroy just went ham and eggs when we come forward, man. That's Inglewood, California, City of Champions. When we come forward, we going to Indianapolis, and we got Oakland on the line, too. Let's get it.
Relationships got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I just want a little time, you and I, no distractions. We could even take a drive to fireside. All I'm asking is you look in my eyes.
Somebody says, I need to feel needed. They are only seeing themselves.
I have a follow-up question on that subject. Did you ever feel like there was a time that you felt like you needed to be needed?
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
want to be. It seems like knowing you for as long as I've known you, that was a season of your life where you didn't realize you were wantable.
That's
you could
correct.
be wanted.
No, not for who I really am. I think a lot of men think that they might be wanted for what they can offer.
Mhm.
But again, this is a narrative and a myth cycled by men to other men about both what is desirable and what is necessary, because we never listen to women. You're missing half the...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Voice of Reason has been on complete fire tonight. The callers have been bananas. It's just been a lot. And I'm being urged to make this a series and bring it back. There's much more to uncover. What is that? Jamie and Josh. That was the clip. Let me get Ronan from Indianapolis in here right quick. You already know we're up against the clock. I'm sorry it took me so long, but of course, Brother Leroy was cooking with the rarest oils and grease. Man, hey, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic? I know you were one of our legendary callers. Let me get out your way for a second.
I mean, yeah, Leroy is definitely a tough act to follow because, like, yeah, he blowing me away with everything. And just like I'm learning like everybody else, I think some of us need to take a needed break from the Platonic Puppet Show.
Here we go. Yeah, the Platonic Puppet Show. Come on, give us some context.
Well, I'm saying it because, like, we got to start from square one, which is addressing the generational trauma within ourselves that's been passed down. And some of the things that have been established within us, you know, during our development. And once we start doing that revolutionary act, not just self-love, but actually vetting those people outright and changing the narrative, not just as couples, but as far as with media, as far as like tangible examples, I believe we can sit there and right the ship. But right now, it's just there's a lot of people who are comfortable being assisted by failures.
Hey, man, I'm going to throw my cell phone out the door. What? Hey, stop playing, Ronan. Don't call in here acting a fool like that. What the? Hey, Ronan, you out of control, man. That is the most diabolical legal thing that could be said. Like, you didn't break no FCC laws, but damn, what in the world? Hey, Ronan, guess what you just did, man?
I just brought you else back in the building.
Indianapolis is always welcomed in the building, man. Ronan is wilding for that. But as you know, we lost Sean. I don't know why, but we lost him. But it's okay. We'll get him on Monday. You know, there's a Socratic part of our show where we ask questions. I'm not here to answer them. I want you to ponder on them. And these questions align with the topic. If wealth is the oxygen of stable marriages, is the epidemic of divorce and broken families in Black America less about moral failures and more about a nation choking a people into romantic asphyxiation? What does it mean that in America, the Black marriage certificate has less protection than a white paycheck? Have we mistaken commitment for currency in a society where love cannot outspend poverty? If generational wealth is the glue that holds white families together, is generational poverty the acid that eats away at Black intimacy before it can even set? How can a community invest in forever love when it has never been allowed to invest in a 401k? Has the wedding ring become just another luxury item stolen by economic apartheid? If poverty increases the likelihood of divorce, why do we still pathologize Black families for breaking apart when the real culprit is capitalism itself, grinding love into dust under the weight of financial despair? Are Black men leaving their families, or are their families being systematically priced out of keeping them through prisons, wage gaps, and policies that criminalize poverty as if it were betrayal? If every marriage is really a merger of resources, then how radical is it to say that the Black wealth gap is not just economic violence, but also a state-sponsored attack on Black intimacy itself? When a wedding costs more than a month's rent, has love become an unaffordable performance for disenfranchised communities where intimacy is reduced to survival and survival leaves no budget for vows? If trauma bonds masquerade as intimacy in poor communities, is this because genuine trust requires economic security and America has made sure Black trust is foreclosed like subprime mortgages? Hey, man, listen, I don't have no opinion on any of this. I start the conversations. It's up to you to finish them. But these are discussions that must be had. Gosh, the Intimate Ratchet series, where we bring you the ratchet news in relationship. What's happening on a ratchet level, on a hood level? Maybe we'll bring this back once a month. Maybe. But we got to do it. Listen, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I'm surely going to enjoy mine. I'm the VOR, the voice of reason. You already know what it is. You know how I get down. When we come forward, what is that? News, sports, traffic, and then the Tavis replay, right? It's all popping right after this. I'll holla at y'all next week. Deuces.